Hello everyone and welcome back to today's tutorial. I hope you are all doing well. In today's tutorial I will be showing you how to make a basic sleeve with a slit at the center. This is a basic sleeve with a slit in between, and it's very easy to make and it's beginner friendly. Please watch the end of the video. Thank you. So I have folded my fabric into two and I have placed my basic long sleeve pattern on it. If you do not know how to make your pattern, I will be dropping a link in the description box on how to cut a basic long sleeve pattern. After making the sleeves, I will be attaching it to the basic dress that I have made to give it an elegant look. So I have pinned my pattern to the fabric, and from the center front I have marked out from the center front 1 inch from the top all along the sleeves. Then I would trace out my sleeve. Please take note that I've added the seam allowance for the sleeve on the pattern. So I have cut out my sleeves and I added extra ½ inch to my hemming allowance. I had 1.5 inches hemming allowance on the pattern, but I added extra ½ inch to it. I have noted where the actual center of the sleeve is and I've notched it both on the top and on the bottom, and I've drawn out that 1 inch extra I added. So I would be sewing some parts of this 1 inch allowance that I left. I'll be sewing from the top. I'll sew 6 inches from the top to 6 inches, and from the lower part I would measure out 4.5 inches. 1.5 inch is my hemming allowance, and I'll be taking extra 3 inches to that, making it 4.5 inches, and I'll sew along these points. So I've sewn the points that I marked out. I've sewn it together as you can see, and I ironed open the seams. So the next thing I will do now will be to fold that allowance, the 1 inch allowance. I'll fold in ½ inch and then fold it again and then sew along that seam allowance. As you can see, I folded my seam allowance ½ inch and then ½ inch, and I've pinned them, and I would go ahead and sew them all along from top to bottom. After that, I will fold my sleeves and then sew them together using 1 inch allowance that I left for it. I will sew the sides together using 1 inch seam allowance. I have joined the sides together. The next thing I will do will be to fold the hem part of the sleeves, the lower part, because I will be adding ½ inch elastic to the hem part. I want it to be firm on the body, so I'll fold ½ inch and then 1 inch, and I would sew leaving about 1 inch unsewn to enable me pass the elastic. So I'll be using the elastic. The wrist circumference, I would subtract 1 inch from it, and that would be the length of my elastic. So I've sewn it, and I left 1 inch where I would pass my elastic from, and I have attached a safety pin to the elastic, and I'll pass it through all round. I would pass it through the hem part, and then I would sew together the elastic when I get to the other end, and then close up the side I left open. After that, I would then attach the sleeve to the dress I have made. So I have joined the sleeve to the dress, and this is it for the basic sleeve with a slit in between. I have joined it, and I have pleated some parts of the sleeve to the dress. That is because for my seam allowance on the pattern I had 1.5 inches, but when sewing I used about 3/4 of an inch to join the sleeves together, so I had to pleat the remaining part of the sleeve on the dress. And that is it. Look at how beautiful the sleeves are looking, and it makes the simple dress look more elegant and chic. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to my channel if you have not subscribed. Please like this video and also click on the notification bell to be notified every time I upload a new video. See you in my next video. Bye.